Okay, welcome to the next Advanced MD section. This is going to cover a specific meaningful use measurement. It's measurement number 6, patient education, that's specific to that patient, and there are supposedly 3 ways to do this in Advanced MD. However, from a practical standpoint, there's really only one way to do it, at least that I've found, and it's not very practical. I don't find it very useful, so it's not a very good, meaningful use item. However, it documents what I do at all of my visits where I do go over information, particularly for well checks. So let me show you how I achieve this patient-specific education measurement called meaningful use item measure number 6, patient-specific education. So first of all, you need to go to Advanced MD and go ahead and open a chart note. So in this case, I've gone to Test Dummy, and yes, the vaccine for flu is due. Great. And let me make my blue box here, this bottom box bigger. Come over here to resize it to make it larger. So what you want to do is you want to find the patient education icon, and I will show you with my finger because that's easier. So if I come over here, it's this plus symbol right here. It's the 4th one from the right. So you need to find the plus signal right there. And we're going to click on that, and that's going to open a patient education box. So let me show you. Let me bring my cursor over to the plus, and there it goes. It opens up patient education for Test Dummy for his age. And you see on the left here are my patient education items that I've already loaded into Test Dummy. So I only need to do one, and I would get credit for him. So what I usually will do is do like a well visit, and I'll just document that I've done something that I always do for my well visits. It's not very useful, but this just achieves the meaningful use item. So it's basically just a score. So what you need to do is you find after you've opened up the patient education, find this left box here and look for document type. And you need to open in that little box from document type. You have to go to all documents. Select all documents. All documents. And then this lists down in the bottom here all the documents, the education documents that I've uploaded with their links to their web addresses. So I'm going to go down to vaccine safety because I'm going to talk about vaccine safety with my parent of Test Dummy. To show, and you'll get this box, at least I do, only show secure display content. I just ignore it basically, and so I just ignore it, and I come over here after I've selected my item here, vaccine safety. I come up over here to this box right here where it says status for the patient, and I've got to come to this box here. And what I need to do is select what I did. And if I'm doing a well visit, I talked about vaccine safety, so I can say I discussed it. And I enter that here, and then on the right, this is where I get my credit. Let me find my finger. Right here, I select the update status, and I'll show you, then it will show up on the left. So hit update, and vaccine safety just popped up over here. Vaccine safety was discussed on the 25th of October at 7:17 p.m. And look, we come over here, 7:17 p.m. Sure enough, it did. I documented that I did it. Now, is it useful? Heck no. But it gets me credit for meaningful use. And let me jump over here, show you how unuseful it is. I'll kind of come over here. It's very hard. I can't even be able to basically display the stupid information so you can even see it or show it to the patient. So you basically, it's a waste of real information or data. You don't end up showing anything. But let me open it back up. Let's come back to my plus signal. Come back over to vaccine safety. Now when I open it up here, it says it can't find the CDC page. Great. Or how about this one? Ah, some of those stupid things. Leave page. See all these things? It just doesn't work. So there's nothing to show for it. So here it again, it just gets me out. What a waste. This is just a waste of effort. But anyways, if you wanted to, this is all the steps you'd have to do to open it back up to show people. So here's a website, but look what it shows you. It shows you like nothing. You can scroll like this little 2-inch bar piece of information. This is what you get to show for developmental milestones. I mean, it's a total waste. I go over developmental milestones, and what I do is, here's where I document it, and it shows up here. When it shows up here, it gets linked to test dummy, and then when we record our meaningful use numbers, this will bring up my score to say I did patient-specific education, which I do all the time for every visit. But now it records it, and we get credit for it. There's 2 other places supposedly that you can do patient-specific education, both of which are even worse than this. One is through the prescription leaflets. There's no place to document this. It doesn't exist in our information ever that I found, at least not according to like how they show on Advanced MD's education seminar on meaningful use. And there's a third place where the patients can get what's called a patient portal, and they can have access to their own medical record, and you let them look at certain things in their medical record. Well, they get a secured email basically, and it links all the things that you put in here. So if you put all these things in, and I gave the parent to test dummy patient portal, they would have these links, web links, linked into their patient portal, and then they can open it up and look at it. And when they do, then it records that, oh, I gave them patient-specific education. But it's such a headache to use, it's a total waste, so nobody's going to do that. So again, this is just a pure numbers game. It's not very user friendly or useful, other than achieving meaningful use. It's a numbers game. So if you want to achieve the numbers, this is how you do it. You come again to patient education, that tab, where is it, that little plus tab, then you come over to the left column, find this left column, come down to, again, to your document type, select all documents, then pick after you picked all your documents, pick what thing you went over, what patient education item you went over, then you'll come over here, and after you decide what you did with it, the status, you pick, oh, I gave a copy or I discussed something, then you hit update, and then it pops up over here, and now you've gotten credit for it. So like 5 steps, and that's how you have to do patient education. I usually just quickly go through it just to get the credit, but it's totally useless in terms of really being meaningful. So I'm afraid I have a very negative attitude towards this, but it is it's reality. It's not useful, but it's a measurement, and it's pretty much worthless in Advanced MD. But that's my opinion. Thank you again. This is the section for achieving patient-specific education measurement meaningful use number 6. Thank you.